last night, was a big night at Mar-a-Lago, and there was a lot going on. And this was kind of a surprise with Sly Stallone showing up, if I'm not mistaken. Go ahead, Ryan. You take it.
It absolutely was, and it was especially a surprise. Here, Sylvester Stallone hailed Donald Trump as the second George Washington, introducing the president-elect at Mar-a-Lago. And as we just kind of got done saying, over the course of several decades, Sylvester Stallone and Trump have been very friendly. And even in the first term of the White House, Sylvester Stallone, I think he went there when he pardoned some boxer, he stood there for a photo op and things like that. And if you've listened to the things that Sly Stallone has said, it should have been pretty obvious who he was likely supporting for president. However, 3 years ago, it felt like the vibes were very different. 3 years ago, this big report came out about, Sylvester Stallone was spotted at Mar-a-Lago, at Trump's Mar-a-Lago. And it resulted in his publicist having to be like, hey, just so you know, he's not actually a member of Mar-a-Lago. He's a member of the Breakers, and he just happened to be at Mar-a-Lago for an event and all these things. Because this is a point in time where still, if you looked like you might be openly supporting Donald Trump, Hollywood do everything in its power to cancel you.
And just to be clear, this is only a few months after January 6th and all that other shit that there was rumors of him being arrested. So I'm not making excuses for Stallone on this as much as I'm just framing it in the right context of the timing and why his PR people probably wanted to get out ahead of this.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the energy does definitely feel like it's shifted because now these are the headlines. At Mar-a-Lago again and very openly embracing Donald Trump. And we can listen to some of this from Sly.
I'm in awe. I'll just say this, and I mean it. When George Washington defended his country, he had no idea that he was going to change the world. Because without him, you can imagine what the world would look like. Guess what? We got the second George Washington. Congratulations!
And apparently the timing was a little off. They
played the music and they restarted. Yeah.
Yeah, a little awkward.
It was a little like, what are we doing here?
Sly's like, you're not going to do that fucking pulling hand thing to me. Not going to happen with me, Don.
Oh, man, it's crazy. So, yeah, man, this is awesome. This is awesome to see. This is a clear sign that, and not just this, I mean, there's a lot of scenarios that we can point to where things are certainly changing. That doesn't mean things have changed. It doesn't mean that we've won. It doesn't mean wokeness is dead. It doesn't mean the culture war is over. None of that. But it is a clear sign that things are changing, and they're changing right before our very eyes. And it's all because, well, I wouldn't say it's all because of the election, but the election is kind of the big turning point, because this has all been building for years and years and years.
No one can deny that, right? They can make all the excuses in the world. They can pretend, they can put blinders over their eyes, but now we have the results of this election that are so overwhelming, both the electoral and the popular, very important, the popular vote. And a lot of these companies are now probably going to be forced to realize, okay, we've tricked ourselves. We've let a lot of these people kind of control us. At some point in time, we have to realize there's a big audience out there that is willing to spend money.
Yep, absolutely. And that's really what it all comes down to. And our later story is going to tie into this as well, as far as like what happened with Rachel Zegler. I've got to point this out. So Jack Posobiec, a couple of years ago, had said, or about a year and a half ago, so he calls Sylvester Stallone woke because of the Tulsa King, and he plays this clip. People think the Yellowstone hick lib meme is made up, but this new show was made by the same writer. Sylvester Stallone goes full woke. And I had quote tweeted him, and I said, another out-of-touch right-winger. Maybe do some research before you start trying to call out wokeness. Tulsa King is amazing. That's where he kind of went on that pronoun comment right there in the show, within the show. And then Posobiec says, wow, you found one clip where he says something about pronouns. The rest of the show is completely woke. You are a fool and slobber over the scraps Hollywood passes you between your legs. So then, of course, Jack Posobiec's the one that took that video last night of Stallone. So then I said, I've always been a fan of Posobiec, but I'll never forget when he soft blocked me because I told him he was wrong about Stallone. Tulsa King is awesome. So, you know, I mean, listen, I understand calling out Hollywood wokeness. I really do, because we are hypersensitive to it. And even with the press release when he was at Mar-a-Lago and they had to put this press release bullshit out, you know what I mean? You're like, what are we doing here? But calling Tulsa King woke is absolutely nonsense. Now, I haven't seen season 2 yet, but like season 1 is fantastic. Have you seen season 2 yet? Have you seen season 1?
No.
What the fuck, Ryan?
I know. It's on my list.
I know. It's awesome. The Tulsa King season 1 is fucking fantastic. So yeah, I just wanted to remind him that. And it's not that the reason I'm doing it is because he soft blocked me. That's what pissed me off. Now, if you don't know what soft blocking means, I followed him. When he did that, he blocked me and then unblocked me so that I would unfollow him, which is very, very weak behavior, beta mentality. So anyway, just take the L, bro. I like you, Jack Posobiec. You've done a hell of a lot for the country and for the Trump administration, but take the L. That's it. There you go.
There you go. This is the grudge section of
Fuck
the
yeah, dude. I'm a
Gamers
petty motherfucker. I'm a petty motherfucker. Always will be.